In 2018, um, normally we're having some, some kind of financial problems because of some debt where him the owe and some things when he do when I first came to this country that I was advising him not to, but he didn't listen to me and he did it. Later, the thing started affecting him and affecting us financially. However, that was one of the reasons why I was told to stop going to school, because when I got admission, when I got the study help, study assistant, I had the opportunity to study as much as I want. But because of those debts he was owing, and he wanted me to start working so that I can help him to pay off those debts, we went he couldn't pay the debt and they asked me to stop going to school, because then they wanted me to start working and not further the school that I was getting the free support then. So I had to stop working. I had to stop going to school and work. But then in 2018, because that was when I started working full in 2018. So one day he was mentioning, like, we're looking for other alternatives, other helps. I was always looking for other helps, other alternatives, in order for us to have a better life, because he is in this country. Like, as of that time, there were so many people relocating. People were complaining of, like the difficulties in Netherlands, especially for married couple. People were moving in different countries to different countries. People were going to UK. People were going to Belgium. People were relocating. So of course, I was also like asking him, we're also thinking of, okay, why don't we relocate, So by that 2018, my husband came up, like, start telling me to, that I should, that we should go for divorce. He said, that we should go for divorce, that we should actually go for fake divorce. I say fake divorce. He say yes. I say why? He say yeah, because if we go for fake divorce, that some people are in this country, that they are living in the country, then they will be they will not be married. They will not be married by the government, but they will be he said that some people in this in Europe, they will be living, or in Netherlands here, they will be living as if they are divorced in the government eye, that say as if they are done divorce. Then, but for their own, those people that are still married, you understand? So it go be say maybe they go give them their houses, they are separated as separate divorced as divorced partners, but then they will still be legally, they will be still married in African way, in their culture, like, you understand what I mean? You guys know what I mean? But like some people, some of this will come through, or when chopper duro, they know how to manipulate this government thing, you understand? So when he brought that idea, I never come to this country say I won't come marry and divorce. Not to talk of say I will come for this country say I won't come begin tomorrow, come begin the pretend, because I do not like to associate myself to anything negative, anything failure. I know they like to use lies. Like, I know they like to use lies to live a life. I cannot come and tell you now, say, hey, something happened to me when that thing not happened to me. I know they do. I don't like it. I don't live that kind of life, because whenever I use my mouth to, or any kind of negativity like that start coming out from my own mouth, it sure will happen. So I tell him, say, no, I tell him, say, I say, me, I don't know, I don't feel do that kind of one. As your husband, he was pressurizing me, telling me, giving every moment he will be telling me, every moment he will be telling me about that. So I now told him one day, I said, okay, you know what? You say, I should, the highest thing, I could just call the government, what they call the social people, tell them, say, I am no longer comfortable, or I am no longer marrying him, then they will not take it over. Now I tell am one day, say, because I know who I married to. I know who I married to. My person when me married to is a manipulator. So one day I tell him, say, okay, if you really want this marriage, if you want me to do that, I can do it only on two conditions. My first condition is that you will call my family and tell them that you are bringing such idea. Okay? That you are the one bringing such idea. And number two, you will put it on writing that you are the one bringing this idea and not me. After you have done that, then I can sign, you can sign. So, he now said, okay, that one is not a problem. So one day, he was pushing. I said, you have not done what I told you to do. Then one day, he now took a paper and wrote, that paper is still somewhere in this house. If you know there, if I know if you find the paper, I snapped it. It's still saved somewhere in my drive. So he told me, he now brought a paper and wrote down, because of financial situation, I have told my wife for us to divorce in the government way, but legally or traditionally, we will still be married. This is me. I am telling her that we'll divorce, a kind of fake divorce, but traditionally, we will still be married. He give me the paper, he sign, he give me the paper, I take the paper. I tell him, say, the next one now for you to call my parents and tell them, say, now you they talk. Because he would always tell my parents anything when he won't tell them. My parents go believe him. Anything when he tell them, my parents go believe. So I say, you have to tell them that you are the one. So that tomorrow, you know, go say, I don't, na Esther, don't come do this. Or if, you know. So, it's okay, he would tell them. I was waiting. You know, they tell them. If they push me, go and call the government. I tell them, say, have you called my parents? He said, never call. I say, if you don't call my parents, I am not doing anything. Then, you know, they call my parents, then they call my parents. One day, I remember we were there for outside. He will start again. I have told you, all this this money issue. Me and you, I tell them, say, there is never a moment where we say, even money where you owe, we say, I have said that I will not pay. But as of the time he is paying the money, I have other things I was doing. I have other payments that I'm paying. You understand? I was not looking for any other better alternative. Now I tell him, say, instead of this faking of divorce, I have been making inquiry, and you know some people, he even called one of his friends in Belgium. I say, I hear say Belgium day a little easier. I say, what if I raise some money, save some money, then we go relocate to Belgium. Maybe me and the children go relocate to Belgium. I go there look for a job. If I find job, I say, if I find job, then me and the children go stay there, they work. Because from here to Belgium is like, if you're not there far away, it's around that kind of 1 hour, 30 minutes. Max say too long by road, like by car, is 2 hours. If you're not there far. You understand? So I tell them, say, what if we do it like that? Me, I relocate with the children. He agreed in the beginning. But later I see they put this pressure on me. They put this. I tell them, say, no waiting. You know, won't call my parents. And me too, whether you call them or you don't call them, I know they're interested again. If you say you want to make a fake divorce, use your own mouth. Call the government by yourself and tell them by yourself. If you tell them, anything when you tell them, me go they follow suit. If they ask me, I go they agree. But say me come begin because I don't know what I'm not sabi lie. That is why I like to live a very transparent life. Because if I lie today, tomorrow I might not remember that my lie. So I better keep that my honest truth the same way, so that even if you slap me, I go still tell you the same story. Even if I'm dying, I go still tell you the same story. I know they like say, you been tell me the other day, say, I don't, it has never been my part. It has never been me. So, I tell them, say, if you want, tell the story. Tell them by yourself, say you want to divorce. Must it be me that will tell them? Because I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to put it so that it go be me. You understand? So that tomorrow too, he go still send at me. Just like now, he's going and lying against me when he know be true. Imagine say such thing happened that I even tried to. He go conclude. So I knew the kind of person I'm married to. That's when I told him that, no, you use your own mouth and tell them. Then I go to follow suit. Then he didn't want. He became very angry. He became very angry. So, after that time, then he can't keep quiet. He can't say me, I'm not giving in. We can't go. Then me, I can't make the plan. Say, I can't tell and say, instead of this kind of fake lie, I say, let us relocate. I say, thank God we have here, we have 2 extra rooms. If I manage to save money, let me be the one to, I say, okay. I say, let me raise money for us to move. So I say, let me raise money. Let me find a way to raise money for us to move to Belgium. So when we move to Belgium, then you can rent 2 of the rooms here. If you rent 2 of the rooms, you can use it to be paying off the debts. We agreed on that if I move to Belgium, he will rent out the rooms and use it to be paying off the debt, both the one me and they owe and the one where him they owe. Well, me now go now there in Belgium there, find a job and be living there with the children. So he will not be coming to visit in the weekends. You understand? Because if he is working weekends, sometimes he can work weekend from Monday till Friday afternoon. Then, as soon as he closes that afternoon, he can come straight to Belgium from Friday. And then the next Monday, early morning, not within early morning, because it's just 1 hour. So if not the week where he will start afternoon, you understand? He will start afternoon in the morning, Monday morning before he starts work. He will not take his time and go to work from Belgium. Like, I was having this kind of better plan than faking a divorce. I was having this plan of like, it will be sweet, you understand? He comes here, he will even, the children, we can come here, visit during the holidays, you understand? So that we can be just managing our life like that until we decide on, okay, which country is better for us. Is Netherlands far better? Is here far better? So before we go now know if we are going to buy a house in Belgium so that we can move finally in Belgium. So I was like, they say in Belgium it's easier to get a job, and my job, they say it's easier to get my kind of job there, and also it's also easier for to buy a house in Belgium. So I was like, if I get a job there, you understand, so gradually we can raise money, we can save money together. Even I was like saving the money for the first capital for to get a house. I was even putting it on my own, like say, even if Nami go save the first capital to buy the house, I was like, if I get there, get a job, get a good job, I'll fire down and work and all that so that we can buy our own house. I was telling him that I wanted us to buy a house 2020. Let us be that we could buy a house. So my plans was that 2018/19 would then move to Belgium. You understand? So I was making all that plan. Every time I was asking questions, I was asking people that I know, my colleagues, I was getting information. I was telling him to ask people, make inquiries, instead of divorcing on fake ground. Because I don't know how to be comfortable with such lies. So when they do the plan, now as they plan that plan, whenever my body started feeling somehow, I always know when God wants to tell me something. I always know when God wants to reveal something to me. So something can begin to happen. God can dey let me to pay attention, because one thing about me is that if something dey happen and I know they pay attention to, you understand, it's okay. But as soon as that moment comes that God wants me to know about it, God will want me to start paying attention. And whenever I pay attention, I must get horrible, or it must be a lot of things will be exposed. I will find out things. So normally he's the kind of person that he doesn't pick his calls inside the house. He can be coming back to the work from work now inside her car. He can stay 2 hours inside the car, park in front of our house. He can stay 2 hours inside the car and be answering call. He can answer call, reach for our domot. He will be answering call. He will not come inside. If when you open the door to like ask him, what are you still doing outside? He will not say, okay, I will call you back. He will not come inside. When he's inside, his phone is always on vibration or in silence. You understand? So all those things, I know they put eye, but at a point, he started becoming uncomfortable. Like that moment, that period we want to move to that bedroom, things was just, I go dream certain dream. And one thing is that if I have a dream and that dream repeatedly, I repeat that dream, like I dream that dream like 2 to 3 times, then I know that something wants to be revealed. So this dream don't they come. One day I can't ask him, say, I am feeling somehow uncomfortable. Say, I tell him, say, my mind, they tell me, I'm having the feeling that if I move to Belgium with these children, say you will abandon me to suffer there. And that you go put me in trouble, in stress. You say, how you talk like this? I say, because there are so many things that they feel, so many things that, they feel like, even somebody was supposed to put more effort, the kind of effort what I expect from you is not what I'm getting. And some kind of behavior way they do, they make me feel uncomfortable. Like, they make me they have some questioning. He go tell me, say, nothing like that, this is that. I say, okay, no problem. I today ask God, so God, one day I stay for this my parlor. I knew that me and my children will make a prayer. When we made that prayer, I asked God to reveal to me. I put on paper Netherlands or Belgium. I asked God to reveal to me. I know what the revelation was. I started asking. I started praying. I started asking. I started praying. I don't be somebody when they pray, My prayer is, that kind of prayer that when you're talking to your father, that's how I talk to God. You don't have to know when I'm praying. But when I tell you that I prayed, I have asked God. One day, we're still having some small, misunderstanding. No time. There was never a rosy time. Every time is always long face, sadness, struggle. One day, somebody asked me to help her to send something to Germany. So the person sent me money through this area. So I wanted, he was in the house, and I wanted to go with the car. So when I was going, no, when I wanted to go with the car, he now came and told me that, where are you going to? I said, I want to go out. I want to go and get I told him the street I was going to. He said, he also want to go out. I said, but I have to go. Because since you go out. I said, me, I have to go now. I'm already done. He said, no, you want to go with the car. I said, no, I want to go, We're going to begin to drag it. I got an okay. He said, I said, where you they go? He said, he won't go check one address. Because that time, he they do a newspaper work in the morning. You go do newspaper. So he said, he won't go check one address where person say, make he help and do the newspaper work. That time I say, which means it's not so urgent. So I say, let me go to the place where I want to go collect money before they go close. He said, no, you have to go. Now that I say, okay, waiting to happen, me say, all of us go, they go. You go carry us. If now the address they go, we go follow that side. You go find the address. When you find the address, then you go and drop me to the place where I won't go. I said, so you go now drop me to the place where I won't go pick money. So I can't say, why? You can't begin one make argument. I say, is there anything wrong? Is it not address where you won't go for? Is that something else that you don't want? Why is it a big deal? We'll go all done in the car. You go look for address. I say, okay, is there anything that I can't you can't say okay now. When you don't say me, I don't dey serious, you can't say okay, we can't go. I was going to go, this man come, they drive around. Normally you go just put the address of where you're going to into TomTom or Gogo. You know, put them, just they drive circle. After I say, you know, if you find the address, why can't you put the address for the Gogo? Now when I call say, okay, I don't find them. I don't say, oh, now this one, now this address. I was like, I can't laugh because like, I say, now wow, okay, oh. Now so I'm like, okay, oh. I said, okay, please carry me to where I want to go collect money. Now we can't go. As we reach for that place where I want to go collect money, we first drive past. I think we drove past. When we drove past the place, you know, like mistaken, we drove past the place. So we can't look. We no can't find the address. Now I got and say, make we use goggles to put the address. So I can't bring out my own phone. My phone data don't finish. That has make you give me your own phone. You can't give me your own phone. As God will carry arrest person. You can't give me your own phone. Then I can't take that in phone. Can't type the address where would they go. As I can't type the address. The next thing, message WhatsApp can't pop in. You know, like say when you type message can't come, first message can't come in. The next thing what I see now, hello sweetie, you know, like here, hello schat here. In Netherlands, listen, this one will be like sweetie in English. This one are like hello, hoi schat na in Netherlands, hello sweetie in English. This is because the hello hoi schat. I'm like, I was like, hey, hoi schat kwa. I was like, hey, who be your schat kwa? Okay, oh. I see the busy the type putting at the type. The next thing this person can say, kom je nog, ik mis jou. Do you get that? Kom je nog, ik mis jou. I'm like, kom je nog. I'm like, it means, are you still coming? I'm missing you. I'm like, who be this person? Now way I can't open the message. I can't open the message because this one means a person waiting for this our own city of Netherlands of Utrecht. Now be the person. Now I can't open the message. Him no know how I want carry take that from me. If like say we dey for house, if like say we dey elsewhere for, but he was like on the main road that he was driving. So now I can't read the message. I can't see because normally he always deletes his message, even though he dey lock him phone. If he type, he go delete. The next thing I can't read the message. I can't see when the woman they tell and say the two of them they tell each other, I am missing you. I am lying down on the chair. This one say I'm lying down on the bed. This one say it's cold. They are saying it in Netherlands though. This one say it's cold. Him tell the woman say it's cold and I'm missing you. I want you next to me. I want you by me. The girl tell the woman tell her say I want you. The two of them just the one. I am alone. He tell the woman say him they alone. Meanwhile, me and you there for the same house. He don't pay attention to us. He doesn't pay attention to us. He always wants distractions. All those dirty lifestyle. I was like, you are alone. You miss her. You want her next to you. Hey, my people, I didn't say anything. No. But I was weak. So we can't go back to the, we can't go to the place where I want to collect the money. I reach there, I collect the money, I come inside the car, I no say anything. I no say anything. Then him come, he come begin to talk. You know the person self and a married woman, the person self. Now that as a married woman, now when they send these messages, before I know I don't delete all the message. I say, he say which message? I say bring the, not be me read the message now. He say which message? I say bring the message, you don't delete all the message. So we call him go, we still leave him. But I was weak and troubled. Waiting trouble me now was that this is exactly what I'm talking about. My mind is telling me something. That if I move to Belgium, this man will now eventually take in another woman and abandon me with the children in Belgium. The only thing I tell him, say, so this is, as I was like, this is really why you want us to move to Belgium. That was all I said. Then when we came back, I didn't say anything. I didn't say any word. I kept quiet. Meanwhile, that same week, I was having my night shift. So, when I went to work in the night, normally I work nights. And when I'm at work, I work with 15 dementia people, like dementia people every night, 15 patients. And where at the work, not even upstairs, now downstairs, is very lonely and very scary. My ex-husband can never take phone to call me to keep me company. But I will see him that he is online. Even most times, I will go to work and come back. Let me go still open the door in the morning, still wake him up, still go begin the rush, they prepare the children to go to bed, to go to school. Because he will be very late, very awake in the night when I'm busy at work. He will be free in the night to do all manner of things he wants to do with different women. So, when I went to work, I was so sad and bitter. I remember I sent him a message that midnight. I said, I feel so disappointed and so pained. I cannot trust you anymore. Then, I came back to the house in the morning, the following morning. When I came back, the next thing, he started saying, he started saying, in fact, that Belgium, I am no longer going there again. Because the intention for that Belgium, because me, I never get passport, and him don't get passport. So the intention was he will use his own passport to bring us to Belgium as family. You understand? So it was like, I'm not going to the Belgium again. Like, he did it to like shock me, like to threaten me or kind of, because he felt like, I really want to. I was doing whatever plan to go to Belgium. Yes, I know Netherlands is stressful. I was looking for a better opportunity, you understand? But I was doing whatever I was doing or any plan I had for the both of us, so that we don't stress, if there's any option that is better for us to be able to manage, you understand? That was the ones I was looking out for. But he now was like, I'm not going there again. All those. Now I tell him, say, me neither. I tell him, say, me too, I am no longer going to Belgium. I say, no longer and no more. So, we continued. After some time, we keep the long face and long face. The thing still they pain. That period it pained me because it was like we had a plan. Now I did not find myself again still continuing with the journey. You understand? So later on, he began to talk like, say, even they tell my parents. They do like say, even though he said that, he didn't mean it, it was this, that. My parents come begin to tell me, say, but then my mind was scared. I was scared to move. So in 2019, I still remember we went to Belgium to kind of make a survey, to look around things and all that. But then, when we came home, my spirit, even as soon as we were leaving the Belgium, my spirit was not good. It was not accepting it. I saw beautiful houses. I saw the opportunities that I was looking for in Belgium. I wanted to move to Belgium, but for the both of us, not just to move to Belgium. I wanted us to move to Belgium, like, so that we both as couples can have a good planning. You know, don't you see the joy? The joy, like, your husband is in Netherlands, you and the children are in Belgium. He comes, even at the point where, like, saying, okay, maybe with time he can reduce his hours in Netherlands, you understand? Then come to Belgium and work more and do the other hours. You understand, that kind of a thing? And then just like that. So I was having this plan to move to Belgium with him. Okay, so after we went for that survey, I saw houses, but then I was still scared of moving. And he was trying to convince me. I wasn't buying that conviction. Now, I think it was in July 2019, we went to um, one barbecue. And that was the day this whole marriage died. The day this marriage died was on that very day we went to a barbecue that one of our family friends invited us. That was the day my ex-husband killed our marriage. Let's not make it long. I'll see you guys in the next video.